Hey, Mike Callahan. I wanted to take a few minutes here to explain and share my story of why I believe Infused Growth has changed my life, and the process and systems behind it has actually allowed me to actually grow as a person and enjoy life for what it is now. It wasn't always that way. I started the company about 21, 22 years ago when I was in high school, pushing a push mower around the neighborhood to make some money to pay for my car insurance. After going through 5 years of college, still working full-time, 40 or 50 hours a week with the company, having 2 or 3 crews at that point. After graduating school for college, I decided I would give it a go and continue doing what I was doing. I loved working outdoors and controlling my own destiny, being my own boss. But in reality, I really didn't realize that I really wasn't my own boss. I was a slave to my own business. And basically my normal day would be getting up at 6 a.m., working all day, getting home between 7 and 7:30 at night, and doing paperwork, returning phone calls. And I was so wrapped up into day-to-day and minute-to-minute operations of trying to grow a company and be successful that I forgot about the important things in life, sharing time with my family, going out, enjoying time with my friends. So this continued and got worse and worse and worse, where the business pretty much took my life over. The major turning point, I think, was that about 12, 15 years ago, I went through a divorce. And part of the reason probably was because I was so wrapped up in my work that I was ignoring my personal life. So at this point, I realized I needed to make a major change in my life and get my business back working for me and not working for my business. So over the last year or two after that, things got a little bit better, and the company started growing pretty fast. And unknowingly, I pulled myself back into my business, where it started running my life again. And I was wearing all the hats of the company. So I was mowing the lawns, I was trimming the bushes, I was answering the phones, I was doing the scheduling, I was doing all the marketing, I was doing all the financing. And once again, my business started to control my life again, and it really started to take a toll on me physically, where my back and my body just wasn't able to keep up with it anymore. Around the same time, my mother got ill, had some complications, and we almost lost her on the table during a surgery. And I realized there that life is way too short, and it was a realization moment, or an aha moment, you may call it, where I realized that life is short. I need to spend some time with my family, enjoy life, and not just have my business run my life. So it also made me look at that if I went down and I wasn't able to do every job in the company the way I had been doing it, the company would cease to exist, and I wouldn't have a way to support my family or live. So we started making smaller progress points forward for delegating the work and getting things done the way I thought they would be done. So fast forward to about 3 years ago, internally, I found an automated software program that we use for Infused Growth, where I literally built out every process and system in the company and automated it, straight from the sales and marketing to capturing leads to closing the sale to fulfillment. And then after the sales and marketing process was really dialed in and didn't need me anymore, it was completely standardized and it was predictable, along with videos and different PDFs and things like that explained every step of the way. So no matter who did the job, it still looked and felt like I was doing it. So it was able to cause a predictable outcome for everything that we were doing. And then the next thing we did is we went into the office and addressed the office and documented and streamlined all the processes in the office and built them into Infused Growth with landing pages that had videos that trained the office staff how to answer the phone, how to enter the customer in, how to set up an estimate, how to set a deadline and a due date for the estimate, and then set due dates for the actual estimate itself, that the system followed up automatically if those estimates weren't done on time. And once the estimate was done, the system automatically followed up and closed the estimate for us. So as crazy as it sounds, part of the system that I built, that it actually follows up on some of these estimates in the middle of the night. I was actually closing sales through the automated process that I had built over the last 2 to 3 years while I was sleeping. So now this infused growth system was working for me and basically streamlining and making sure all the functions in the field were happening in an automated process and predictable manner. So I was able to remove myself from the field and automate all the training with training videos and follow-ups. So we've taken care of the sales and marketing. That's firing on all 6 cylinders by itself. We've taken the office, and now our systems are dialed in. They happen every time where I'm not needed on a daily basis. I'll go on vacation for 2 weeks, turn my phone off, and I will come back, and the business is actually running better than it was when I was in it day to day, because this system completely automates the process and makes sure it happens. And the last function that we stuck into Infused Growth was a finance module that followed up on accounts receivable, billables, pretty much anything that had to do with the finances of the company. So the main 3 parts were the sales and marketing, making sure leads were coming in and the sales were being closed, and we were following up. And when the job went to get fulfilled, it was assigned to the right crew. We had a whole module in there to train the crews in the field with videos and follow-up tests, as well as standardizing the process in the office. So things that I would completely be absorbed in for weeks at a time trying to onboard a new employee now are happening automatically. I've got my time back to concentrate on the bigger, higher dollar value things within my company. And now my company's working for me, so it's not uncommon for me to go out on a Wednesday afternoon at 1 o'clock, hit the golf course, turn my phone off, and come back. And even if we're onboarding a new employee, I know the next day that training has been done the way I want it done, and it'll look like I did it. And there's no question. I don't have to worry about the minor things anymore of employee onboarding or training. The automated system with Infused Growth takes that and actually makes sure it happens. So the main thing I just really want to share with everyone here is that you don't have to be a slave to your business. You can go on vacation. You can turn your phone off and walk away for 2 weeks and come back and have it better than it ever has been. Just started a family here in the last 12, 13 months. And the major thing when we had our first daughter is I wanted to be involved in the family. I wanted to be able to go to all the doctor's appointments. I wanted to go to all the things at daycare and spend time with her and spend time with my wife. And the way I was operating my company before I used the Infused Growth system, I could not. My business ran my life. So in an effort to help everyone else in this same situation, we created Infused Growth. And I built it for myself, but I decided that it was very selfish to just keep it to myself. And I really wanted to share it with everyone else so everybody else could experience the love of owning your own company, being successful, and just creating your own future, but not have the negative side of your business running your life and causing just an absolute disaster in your personal life. So, you can get home at 4 or 5 o'clock at night now, turn your phone off, and go to work the next day and know everything is happening the way it should be happening. So if anybody else out there, is listening to this and can relate to this, I would strongly suggest give Infused Growth a try. For some reason, if you're completely unsatisfied, you were happy to, take you out of the system. But I guarantee if you give it a shot for a month or two, not only for your business will it help your business, but it's going to help your personal life and your family. And I think that is impossible to put a dollar value on. And if this system was around 10 years ago, I honestly think things in my life would be 100% better, where honestly I would not even be running my business today. I would just be checking in once a month, getting the key financials, and the company would still continue to scale to grow. So through the use of technology and automation, Infused Growth is going to let you to duplicate yourself and not physically have to be there. So what I mean is through training videos or standardized marketing and sales, we're going to take what you do and your skill set, we're going to record it and customize it for you. And it's going to happen day after day after day, whether you're there or not, or if you're sleeping. You're still going to be there. People are going to see you, and things are going to be so predictable, and you're going to have your life back that I don't know why anybody wouldn't try this. So at the end of the day, once you have this fully customized system that's done for you, implemented in your company, I would say after 6 to 12 months, if you put the time and effort in to actually make sure you're executing everything that's done for you, you could literally pick your company up and move it down the street and start it again as almost a secondary location or franchise, because the systems and processes that we have built into this system for you are so, I don't even know how to put it in words, they're just so predictable and life-changing that you literally could just multiply your company into multiple locations once you have this done-for-you implemented system working within your existing company. So if your goal is to grow to multiple locations, this would be a great solution. Or if your goal is just to get your life back, get a higher caliber employee that buys into this great system, please give the folks at Infused Growth a call and give it a shot. It's changed my life, and hopefully it'll change yours.